Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, April 20th, 2022. It's currently 8:15 a.m. and this is the same theme that we've been seeing all week in the market. Um, Cheaper gappers, less quality gappers, more IPO names, more stocks that haven't really gapped before. So the market's been like this all week. And when the market starts showing a theme, when it starts showing a personality, when it starts showing what kind of cycle it's in, you really have to gauge it and you really have to pay attention to it because the market goes through cycles. One week it all may be hot, one week an oil sector might be ripping, one week tech stock, bio stock. So the market really does cycle in and out. And this week the theme has been, these cheaper stocks, these stocks that the daily charts, they look a certain type of way. Stocks that are newer IPOs, stocks that are lower floats, higher IO names, and stuff like that. So you really have to keep an eye out and look, and just kind of get a gauge on what the market is doing. Is it a week to push it? Are there 10 gappers on the list today? 50 gappers? Um, are these gappers like 20% gappers, 50%? So you just got to gauge it every week. And when you do get a good gauge on it, it's easy to, limit your expectations. Monday wasn't a good trading day. Tuesday wasn't a good trading day. So Wednesday, why would I come in here expecting it to be a good trading day? I kind of lower my expectations, lower what I expect the market, to offer me in the mornings here. And this just puts me in a good mindset because I'm not expecting the market to do anything for me. I am just coming here in the morning like I always do, wanting to trade, and I want to see something that I could trade, that I'm excited to trade, but I'm not expecting to trade. And this is the beauty of it, and this is the mindset that you have to get into. Because if you come up and if you come here and you show up every day expecting to trade, this is when you start forcing trades. This is when you expect the market to give you something in return, but in reality, we just play what the market gives us. And today, it's still early, only 8:17 a.m., but it's looking like it might be another no trade day. I'm hopeful that something will pop up, but again, I'm not expecting anything. So we have IO right now we're watching. This is a cheaper name. I really wanted to get over $1 to trade it. Those fees are pretty high with these sub $1 stocks, just because you're trading so much volume, so many shares that commissions add up, ECN fees add up. Then you have ALVR. This thing is just not really up a lot. It's easy to borrow, and when you look at the daily chart here, let me know when the last time it ran was. All right, this thing has never gapped up. So what is it telling me? Okay, it's never gapped up, so it's never seen this type of movement before. Yes, it has had volume, big volume days. Not really though, only 2.5 million. So, when this gets a lot of volume, and it could today because it is on the gappers list, this is when a stock could go, crazy. When there's no previous personality, when there's no previous gaps, you can't really gauge what it does on these type of days. You have resistance at like 930s to 950s, and after that, it's pretty free up until 20s, 21s, 25s. So I'm kind of looking to stay away at ALVR again because it's easy to borrow. It's never gapped before, so you can't gauge his personality too well on it. And then you have WINT. This stock has gapped before, as you can see here, so it has had a history of gapping up. This is probably most likely going to be the hot chick of the day. And I would potentially be interested in this. I just want to see it a little higher, maybe like 170s. It'd be really nice if we get up to 230s, 250s. But again, it's most likely going to be the hot chick. So when there's only one stock in play, why we call it the hot chick? Because and you walk into a bar and there's one hot chick in there and a bunch of dudes, right? All these dudes are going to try to go after this one hot chick. So that's the kind of analogy that we use. There's one stock moving today. Once you narrow it all down, so every guy, everybody, every trader is going to be focused on this one name, and that creates crowdedness, that creates bad price action, and that's not really something that I'm looking forward to trading. So it's either a fuck yes or a fuck no, and today I don't see any fuck yeses. So WINT possibly, hopefully IO gets above $1. ALVR most likely an avoid, but I'll check back in once we get closer to the open. Okay, so it is currently 9:24. The market opens up here in 6 minutes. I'm watching IO. It's a cheaper stock. Right now it's at 75 cents, 76 cents. So I'm looking for this thing to go a little loco, gain some more volume, and hopefully push over $1 to 125, 150, where I'll be looking for a short. If it doesn't get there, I will be watching 85 cents and 90, 95 cents, just in case it doesn't reach over that $1. But with these lower price stocks, you have to watch out for the limit bands because they're a little closer in range. Then I'm watching WYNT. You got some support at 130, 135. So I'm looking for a squeeze out to 150s. And then after 150s, I'm looking for like 175s and $2. CRXT, I didn't like the price action yesterday. And it also failed pretty heavy pre-market. This thing might be interesting over $2, 220, 250s. So I'll just keep watching it. I haven't located for anything yet, but if these do start to make its way towards my targets, then I will be locating for them. So I'll check back in when the market opens up here in 5 minutes. Alright, it's 9:30. The market is opened. Again, did not locate for anything currently. Waiting to see what the market provides, if it provides anything. CRXT extending. Not too interested in this name. I didn't really like the price action on it yesterday. Very trappy, very choppy. I'm completely fine not trading today. Just waiting for the setups to come to me. CRXT is getting a little interesting here, but this price action is pretty bad. IO making some moves off 70 cents, 75 cents, 73 cents. Definitely seems like it's trending the 5 minute. You can look at the 10 minute also. It's trending it pretty well down here. So this is a good larger time frame target, but for now I'm going to use the 5. volume's definitely coming in on IO. Not interested in it around here, hoping for higher. So I'm going to pause it here, and I'll come back if I get into any trades. IO making some more moves. I'm thinking about locating here for it. Okay, getting in some here. IO. Just going to wait a second. IO got in some here, 0.8 average, looking for 0.78 first cover. First cover here. Now I'm looking for 0.74, 0.75. Fix this chart real quick. So you can see my trades. Got 0.74 here, IO with some decent fails. On IO, 0.78 is now my new stop. I am also looking for a place to recycle. Getting the rest out here, IO. This price action is a little choppy. Could go down further here. But it is at the 5-minute trend. It has room to go down to, I'd say, about 70 cents. But for now, I'm covered up and waiting. CRXT was a decent play, over under 2. It's just I didn't like the price action yesterday, so you could assume the price action is going to be the same today. IO, you could be risking 0.78 here. I'm just going to be waiting a little more, just because these wicks, it looked like there's buyers down here at 7.4. IO might be another good chance to short here. Yeah, these wicks are kind of crazy, these candles. So I'm just going to wait here on IO for a pop. CRXT more fails. WINT never got to my targets, but it's definitely failing. ALVR, there's some pumps on it. Easy to borrow, halted up. Not interested in it, so I'm only interested in IO now if it pops again higher. It could fail, but the price action was getting a little crazy on it. Yeah, that's a disappointing IO here. Well, we're hoping for a pop, so I'll check back in. So IO here, kind of disappointing that I cut my position too early. You know, I should have waited a little longer. But my emotions were playing in here on this last cover. The price action was a little jumpy, big swings, and that kind of made me get out here at 0.77. What I should have done was, I like this first cover. This second cover though I didn't like. I also should have re-entered here after this big pull down. 0.75 risking 0.78 and with targets at 0.70, 0.65. Again, a little disappointing, but it's good to write down how you're feeling, your emotions, and instead of trading with your emotions, because I got FOMO here around 0.7 and I could have easily jumped in and it could reverse. So instead of trading with your emotions, recognize those emotions, be aware of them, and instead inject logic based off your process. So for me, that logic was, you know, there'll always be more opportunities. You know, IO could do anything, so I'm hopeful for a bigger pop, but we'll see. So I'm going to pause it now, 9:50, and we'll check back in if I do get into any more trades. Okay, just got another position here at 0.66. I'm risking 0.67, 0.68. I'm hoping for fails now below 0.65 to 0.55. Well, let's see what it does. My average is 0.66. Watching here, looks like it could reverse. .68 is my stop. I'm hoping to get down to 0.55-ish. Okay, getting out for a loss. Now I'm waiting for this thing to bounce. I'll check back in. Just got in here again. IO at 0.68. Risking 0.69, hoping for 0.66 to 0.6. Let's see what it does here. Taking off half here. just because it's at support. Hopefully it could break this 0.65 zone. So just waiting now, seeing what it wants to do. Okay, so I'm getting out the rest of my shares here, looking to recycle using that 0.68 as my stop. Okay, getting back in here, 0.66, using that 0.68 as my stop. Hopefully we can see some continuation here on the breakdown. It's definitely having a hard time breaking this 0.65, 0.66. Some sellers coming in, but it's not moving too much. Here's that 0.65, taking off half here. I'm looking for a break now below 0.65. Here's that break. We got 0.6 here. Now I'm waiting for this to put in a new level that I can risk off of. So right now it's at 0.64, that level. What I'm hoping for is it stays down here for the next minute, and then when a new candle opens up, I can either have a new level to stop off of and a new level to recycle off of. So I'm holding 600 shares. Now that new stop here is over 0.64 for me. I'm also looking to recycle here. Okay, I'm covering all my shares here. Now looking to recycle using that 0.65 as my new stop. Just watching to see what it does. This is either a place to re-enter or to just wait. So now it looks like just wait. Back at that 0.65, 0.66 area. Let's see if that acts as resistance now. So now I'm either waiting for it to extend or give me a good spot to risk off of for some good risk to reward. Because right now you'd have to be risking that 0.7 and covering at 0.63, 0.6. But now you got this 0.67. So hopefully a new candle opens up here soon, giving me a good spot to risk off of. Okay, getting more here, 0.65, risking 0.67. Be covering at 0.64, 0.63. And hopefully we can break 0.6. My average is a little bit above 0.65. So I wish this was failing a little quicker. I'll be taking half off here just because I wish it kind of broke down a little faster. It still can break down. I just want to take some profits off the table, take some risk off the table as well. When I enter, I usually like to see the stock go in my direction right away. And if it doesn't, it means that there's definitely, something holding it up. It's also at that 0.65 number again that was acting as prior support. So again, here I'm looking for the break of 0.6. I'm now risking that 0.65. Okay, I'm all out here. It should have failed, still could. But it was looking like it didn't want to. Watching this now, I could re-enter here. But again, that 0.65 was prior support, and it is held up on it again. Re-entering here, 0.64. Risking 0.65. Taking half off here just because this is support here at 0.63. I'm hoping for now a break of 0.63. Broke 0.63. A lot of selling orders coming in. So when you see a lot of selling orders coming in like this and the stock price really isn't falling, you can kind of gauge that there is a buyer down here. I don't want to cover all of my position yet because I am waiting for that new level to risk off of. My stop still is 0.65. Okay, covering the rest of my shares here. Now waiting for either a bounce or a good level to work off of again. So some decent trades that I took, really good executions prior to that first initial washout at 0.8. But it's 10-12 right now, so as of now I'm done trading, but I'll keep watching and seeing if anything pops up. But I'm gonna pause it.